Guys, man, this is Pod When I Want to Pod podcast. I am back with another edition, you guys. Um, just want to say happy holidays to you guys. I know Christmas just passed, and I hope you guys enjoyed it with your family and your loved ones and everything like that. And like I said, around this time of the year, it's a lot of Christmas is not what it used to be anymore. You got some of your loved ones that's passed away and passed on, and Christmas it kind of takes the air out the room for Christmas. But we keep on pushing, we keep on going, and hey, speaking of pushing and going, man, I'm here to recap a crazy week of football. We had an amazing week of football, man. Starting out with the Thursday night game, the Saints and the Rams. Stafford, man, is on fire. They found their running back. They found the third receiver to go with Puka Nakua and Cooper Kupp. Demarcus Robinson has been a godsend for them, man. He balled out. And they keep their surge for that playoff spot, man. And, they got a couple of games coming up here, a couple of tough games and everything like that. But I definitely think that the Rams are going to be something to reckon with when these playoffs hit, man. Shout out to Matt Stafford. Okay. And then the Steelers, they got back on track. Oh, I'm ecstatic. 34-11. And now you got a slight controversy at quarterback. Because if you're telling me that our third quarterback has been the best quarterback on our roster all year, now we have an issue. Because now, why was he not the backup? Why was this guy, Mitch Trubisky, brought back in? Mason Rudolph, 17-27, 290, 2 touchdowns. George Pickens, he said he don't want to hear it no more. So y'all going to be quiet. He heard y'all. The boy responded with a 4-reception game, 195 and 2 tutties. Come on, man. First receiver in Steeler history since Louis Lipp to have 2 65-yard touchdowns in a game. Come on. Kid put on the show. Y'all be quiet. Kept their playoff hopes alive and everything. Buffalo almost gave this game away, but they pulled it out in the end. So they got their firm in position to make the playoffs. If they don't have no slippage. Let's see here. The Colts hurt their playoff chances with that loss right there. To the Falcons, that's a bad loss. And the Falcons put hands and feet on them. Their defense played amazing. The Falcons' offense looked clicking, and they kept their playoff hopes alive. Then we have, looking at here, Seattle keeps it pushing. Then we have one a really good game with the Lions and the Vikings. Amazing game. Lions went ahead and ended the 30-year drought of not winning the division. This is their first division title. Matter of fact, this is their first NFC North division title because they haven't won it since it became NFC North. Last time they won it, it was the NFC Central. That don't even exist no more. So it's been 30 years. They finally ended the drought. Shout out to the Lions. Good job. Y'all keep on pushing and trucking. Cleveland looking like a scary team, y'all. Cleveland looks scary. Cleveland looks scary, man. I'm looking at them play, and I'm watching Joe Flacco get confident as the day, and confident as the day, and confident as the day. And I'm like, uh-oh. Whoever that 4th seed, I'm just going to tell you this. If Cleveland keeps on this, whoever that 4th seed is going to have a time with them. You're going to have to fight to beat the Browns. And speaking of fighting, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look like they on a mission now. And they got the Saints this week. And they can wrap up the division this week, man. They can wrap up the division this week. Tampa Bay, you got to have it. Baker Mayfield is playing amazing and exceptional. And On the opposite end of the spectrum, Jacksonville is imploding right before our eyes. Jacksonville is they were they've been 2-5 in their last 7 games. Down the stretch where you had your prosperity moment, you beat the Steelers, you were throwing a terrible towel and wiping it, slamming it on the ground, and anybody know anything about that, you don't do it. And I told y'all earlier in the season, I said they don't know what they just did. You never do that. So now y'all facing the consequences of that. So Jacksonville, they slip up one time during these last 2 games. You putting somebody else in the playoffs. Remember that. And now, the Bears got a decision to make. Because I'm looking at Justin Fields. He just keeps getting better and keeps winning. I mean, they would have been firm in the playoff race had old boy caught that ball last week against the Browns. Mooney. He catched the ball in the end zone. They're 7-8 right in the playoff race. 6-9. They're 6-9 right now. They still technically in the playoff race. All I'm saying, this is crazy. Then the Dallas Cowboys. Tough. I feel bad for Dak because Dak played a tough game. They were all over him all day, and he still made a drive. He still went down the field. Did his thing. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. Where's Micah Parsons? Where's DeMarcus Lawrence? Where is their closer at to close that deal? Because I was told that this was the Defensive Player of the Year in Micah Parsons. I was told that. That's what was said to me. I'll say the same thing about Myles Garrett. How do you go 4 games without a sack registered? I don't see elite pass rushers doing that. Not 4 games in a row. Were you just nothing? I said a couple maybe, but 4? And y'all not even registering sacks in the game? Come on, man. These are the guys that got ahead of TJ for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm like, you guys are ridiculous. But that's another conversation for another day. Shout out to Miami and Tua Tagovailoa, man. Because when he needed to have it, he got it. Tyreek, tough dude, man. Stuck in there, man. And, I know he's playing injured. Tough dude. I really do hope he breaks that record. It's going to be tough to do it. But I hope he does, man. I hope he does. He deserves it. As much as he's been putting out, man. He deserves it. And they got a tough game this week against Baltimore. We'll talk about that in the coming days for sure. Broncos dealt a huge blow to their playoff chances with their loss to the Patriots. And Bill Belichick said, I'm going to win as many games as I want before I leave here. You going to get rid of me? Watch me win. So that's crazy. And then the Raiders. Antonio Pierce deserves that job. It feels different. It is different. Let them get a real quarterback in there. It's going to be a problem. Because that defense is balling right now, man. He got some guys on that defense. Patrick Mahomes looks confused. Patrick Mahomes looks lost. Patrick Mahomes look like, where's Tyreek? Y'all won a Super Bowl without him last year, and everybody was saying, oh yeah, all is well. You can't run it back with that same receiving core. You need a clear number one. They don't have a clear number one receiver. They got a clear number one weapon, but you need a clear number one receiver. Like even Tom Brady had Julian Edelman as his number one. That was clear. Outside of Gronk. You know what I'm saying? You need that guy. You need a guy, okay, I need yardage. I need this. And go get it. You need that, man. You really do. You have to have it. Yeah, man. The Eagles got back on track yesterday. They needed that win. They ran the ball a lot more. They ran the ball a lot more yesterday, but they needed the victory to solidify everything. Now they put themselves in prime position to go ahead and lock up this division. Lock up the 2 seed. And let me tell you this. Don't be shocked if they get the 1. I would not be shocked if they get the 1. And then the game of the week, the year. Ravens went into Santa Clara and said, who the underdogs? Are y'all disrespecting us? Watch this. They put on a virtuoso performance. They showed y'all why they are the best team in the league. It's clear as day. They dominated. 33-19. A dominant performance. Lamar Jackson showed y'all why they call him Action Jackson. He showed y'all why he won the MVP. He showed y'all what an MVP really does in the high leverage situations, the high games. So I want all that to just come on, get that up out of here. All Lamar has to do now is do it in the playoffs. That's it. All the other questions are answered. He winning from the pocket now, y'all. That pocket presence and pocket awareness is out of this world. If you notice, they was trying to get to him. Lamar step up in the pocket slightly, slide outside the pocket. Whoop, looking for somebody down the field. Isaiah Likely. It is Zay Flowers. Bateman. You know what I'm saying? They put on a performance. But the defense, let me shout out to that defense, man. Shout out to their defense. Because that defense, man, they put on a performance of a lifetime last night. That was a virtuoso. That was one of those. Because 49ers was coming into the game high powered. They done put 40, 50, they done put all these points on all these teams. And the Ravens said, not today. Not on duty. Not on duty. And Cal Hamilton, dog. Shout out to him, man. I'm hoping that the injury ain't as serious. I'm hoping that, they can rest some guys. You understand? I feel like the Ravens should rest some guys because you can't have an injury. God forbid an injury happens to any of their top dudes, man. You can't have that. So if I'm the Ravens, I'm going to win next week with Miami, lock that 1 seed up and then rest everybody for the last week. That's how I feel, even though it is Pittsburgh. And I don't know. They might want to keep Pittsburgh out of the playoff. I probably would if I'm them. Just because they know us. And the worst thing you can get in the playoffs is a team that know you. That know you for real. That know how to beat you. So if you the Ravens, do you play that last week? May not. But Lamar, MVP. On the other side, all I'm going to say is this. I told you. And you're like, what did you tell us? That Brock Purdy wasn't elite. Brock Purdy is not elite. He is not elite. Let me get into this little diatribe that I had for him. I don't dislike Brock Purdy. Let me just throw that out there. I do not dislike Brock Purdy. I dislike the hype around Brock Purdy. That's what I dislike. I dislike that they acted like this dude was elite already. I'm like, dude, we're not even through a full year of him starting yet. And y'all saying that he's elite. Do you understand what Tom Brady had to go through to become elite? Do you understand what Peyton Manning had to go through to become elite? Do you understand the things that Aaron Rodgers had to come through to be elite? Do you understand the things that Drew Brees had to go through to be an elite? Do you understand the things that Ben Roethlisberger had to go through to be an elite? Do you understand the things that Philip Rivers had to do to go through being elite? Do you understand that? Even the fringe elite guys had to earn it. Eli Manning, they had to earn it. He wasn't just given that. That was earned because of years put in. Not because you're the new young sensation. Because once teams catch on to what you want to do, now you best believe teams is going to watch this tape and they're going to try to copycat. some of the disguised looks, because what the teams are starting to understand is this. You stop Christian McCaffrey, you stop this team. You make him beat you. And let me tell you this, so that's an interesting stat. Kyle Shanahan is 0-37 when trailing by 8 in the fourth quarter. He's not, that offense is not meant to play from behind. As explosive as we call that offense, it is not meant to play from behind. It's meant to front run and put up more yardage and put up more points. It's not meant to front run. So if it don't get off to a good start, you in the ball game with them. You really are. So if you Philly, you looking. You the Cowboys, you looking. You're like, oh. They look mortal. They look real mortal. I'm not saying they got the personnel to do it, but all I'm saying is they can bleed. And if you get a lead on them early, Brock Purdy a different quarterback. That's what I was trying to tell everybody. Before you was calling him elite, let me see him into some elite situations. Y'all saying he elite after throwing 5 touchdowns against the Cardinals. Y'all said he was elite after throwing these many touchdowns against all these whack teams that they're playing. They weren't playing nobody elite on the level, on the defensive level. Let me see him against some real defenses. And when he went against the Browns, wasn't there. He went against the Ravens, wasn't there. Even the Vikings had him looking crazy. Come on, man. Let's calm down with the elite talk. Let the kid grow. Let him be better. But all that, he was calling MVP and all. Cut that out. Cut that out. The engine to that train is Christian McCaffrey. And that's clear as day. That's what that showed yesterday. You want to know why? Because the second they started stopping that run early, they started stopping the run because they tried to run. Baltimore said, he ain't going to beat us. You going to have to. Oh, well, I don't have the facilities for that. That's what Brock Purdy said. And so when that's the case, man, like I said, I want them to grow. Learn from this. Know that everything is not going to be perfect. And you can't just try stuff. Like a lot of times, he tries stuff thrown across your body. Who told you to do that? Come on, man. We know that's the cardinal rule. Hey, you guys. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the love and support. This was the recap show for week 16. I will be back on Thursday with the picks, the player props, more stuff. And if you're watching this, you guys, tune in tonight. I'm back at midnight. Media Madness, episode 2. We are back. Check out episode 1 down in my channel, okay, in the video section. Check it out. All right? I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys tonight on Midnight Media Madness. And I'll see y'all Thursday on Pod When I Want to Pod podcast for my Thursday picks and player props. All right, then. Until next time.